Okay, hello and welcome to my video about my app. As you can see, I'm using Android Studio to create the app. My app is called Gentong Ide. It uses a Kotlin language in the Android Studio. Okay, so this is the Home tab. So this is the tab where it will open when you open the app. So you can press Gentong Ide, see, and it immediately opens to this tab, which is the Home tab. In the Home tab, there will be some choices of buttons, which is the Profile button, the Home button, the Add button, Trending button, and the Upload button. So when you press the Profile button, you'll open the Profile tab, which has 3 more choices. So Edit Profile, Settings, and Sign Out. This 3 hasn't been implemented yet, but I plan to implement Edit Profile so that you can change your profile, right? Say that your name is maybe Arif, and you want to change your profile name, or maybe you can want to change your attached email or something like that. Maybe you want to change your profile picture. Okay, so settings. This will be used as everything that you want to change about the app. Maybe you want the background to be darker, like night mode or something, and maybe you want the language to change. Okay, so and the final options is sign out. So if you press sign out, you'll be your current account will be signed off, and you can change to a new account. Okay, so let's go back to the Home app. Okay, in the Home app will be a Gentong name, Gentong about, and this is supposed to be the profile picture of the one who posted about the Gentong name and the Gentong about, right? So okay, let's just go to the Add tab to explain it easier. So in the Add tab, there'll be 2 spaces here, like text space, which is the name for the Gentong and the what's your Gentong is about, right? So say that let's say that the name is UGM, and the Gentong about is a PJPB UAS, right? So the name of the Gentong will be UGM, and what's the Gentong about? It's about PJPB UAS. So I already implement that. Every time I press submit, you automatically save the Gentong name and the Gentong about to 2 different databases. So let's press submit, and let's check here. See, okay, let's delete that, and let's try to submit again. And then when I open Home, it will show that the saved database about the Gentong name and the Gentong about. Let's see here. So when I press Home, see, the first one is the Gentong name, and the second is the Gentong about. So the Gentong name will be UGM, and the Gentong about will be PJPB OS. So it's already saved in the 2 different databases, and it'll be implemented here, the Gentong name and the Gentong about. So every time you post blah 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 blah, you press submit, and then you go back home, it'll show here, right? And it will also show like other people's Gentongs, you know, and then you can press this Gentong, and then it'll be open a new tab, which is like the subreddit, and then there'll be a different kinds of ideas, right? That's the plan. So okay, let's just jump into the codes here to explain more detailed. Okay, let's just close this. Okay, so this is the codes. The main activity is the Home tab, Add tab is the Add tab, obviously, and Profile tab is the Profile tab. So okay, so let's check the main activity first. The main activity, okay, so this part right here on create. So all of this has on create, and on create. So what does on create means? it means that every time I go into the tab, every time I press the home button, add button, profile button, and go to the tab, all of this will run automatically, right? All of this inside the onCreate parentheses. So okay, first see here. Okay, profile button set on click listener. So what this means is that every time I press the profile button, it'll move the window into the profile tab. Okay, so let's go back. It's the same thing as the add button. Every time I press the add button, it will go to the add tab. Okay, this is the important part about the home tab. So main database equals get shared preferences. This means that I'm creating a new variable called main database, and it's gonna be shared preferences. So I'm this is supposed to be like the database, right? This is the first database which will be used for Gentong name. For right, anything I typed right here will be saved into this first database, into the main database. In the Gentong about, everything I typed in the Gentong about will be saved in the about database. All right, so let's move on to the third line here, which is a saved Gentong name main database dot get string. So what this means is that the saved Gentong name will use database, will use the first database, and the saved Gentong name about will use the second database. Yeah, so okay, let's just move on to the next one. So this part right here, Aidad, saved Gentong name and saved Gentong about. So what this means is that this part is basically this. So every time I press the home tab, I mean the home button, and go to the home tab, I said that everything on the onCreate will run, right? So this part will run again every time I press the home button and go to the home tab. So this means is that Aidad, which is my last name, saved this is basically just a message in the log chat which will show what the inside of the database is, which was UGM and PJPB was, right? That's right. Whatever were you QQQ, press submit and boop. See, the first one is the Gentong name, the second one is the Gentong about. So this is the Gentong name and this is the Gentong about. Two messages. Next one. Okay. So then in the add tab, okay, this is the same thing. Every time I press the home button, go to the home tab, profile button to go to the profile tab. Okay, so this part is the important one. So database Gentong name, submit button set on click listener. So every time this makes it that every time I press the submit button, whatever I write in the this space for the Gentong name will be saved into the database, which is the main database, the first database, right? The database, this database. This is the second database, which is also used for the Gentong about. Gentong about will be used the second database. So everything I write here and here will be saved into two different databases. This one will be saved into the database, and this one will be saved into the second database. Okay, so next tab, profile tab. There's nothing in profile tab, to be honest. It's only set on click listener for add tab and set on click listener for the home tab. So every time I press this, it will go back to the add tab. I press profile again, go back to profile tab and home tab. Of course, I get back into the profile home tab, right? Okay. All right, that's mainly the idea for the app. Okay, thank you for your time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.